Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your November 2024 check-in. This will be a very interesting month, and I say that because we have a lot of oppositions that is happening in the sky. We have the Venus-Jupiter opposition, Mercury-Uranus opposition. So when you hear Mercury, you think about news. But then when you hear Uranus, you think about shocking news, okay? And we also have the Mars-Pluto, which is your traditional and modern ruler opposition happening to plus a new moon in the sign of Scorpio. So I'm very interested in getting into this. As per usual, we will be doing tarot and astrology, starting off with the astro. Then we're going to go into the cards. If you're new to the channel, do hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, and comment down below if it resonates. I really look forward to hearing from you all, and it's the best and cheapest way to support me and the channel, so thank you. Okay, let's start off with November the 1st. The month kicks off a new moon in the sign of Scorpio. So if you're anywhere between 5 to 13 degrees Scorpio, if you have any placements in there, if your ascendance is there, this is going to hit you directly, okay? Now, the new moon in Scorpio is ruled by a very weak Mars in Cancer, okay, which is in your 9th house right now. So there is a changing of, or a new start in the way that you present yourself into the world, in your belief system. Some of you may be getting new hairdo, you may be changing your physical appearance to match more of your newfound identity. Okay, this is definitely a newfound identity, and this will also have a trine to Saturn in your natal 5th house. Okay, so I do feel the way that you express yourself, because 5th house is about the way we express ourselves, or creativity. I do feel there's a maturing happening about you all, Scorpio, with this new moon. It's going to be beneficial for you in the long term, no doubt about it. There's also a grand water trine that is happening. When this full moon is happening, it's going to be between Mercury in your 1st house, Neptune in your 5th house, and Mars in your 9th house. So again, that activation of the way you express yourself, your belief system, I do believe that is changing. Some of you all, you may be putting out information into the world, especially since Mercury is there in your 1st house as an analytic degree too. So maybe you become an author, okay? That's a possibility. You know why that's a possibility? Because Pluto is also doing its last stint in your 3rd house for the rest of your life. This is it, right? When November 19th comes and Pluto moves out of Capricorn, out of your 3rd house, that is it, okay? So this is a time when I feel like Scorpios could be putting out very powerful information out into the world through 3rd house matters or 9th house matters too. Now, because like 2 days after this new moon, we're going to have the exact conjunction of the Mars-Pluto opposition in your 3rd and 9th house. There could be some systems that or structures or beliefs that you are challenging there in the 9th house, okay? And by what you present, by what it is that you speak via the 3rd house. And Mars and Pluto, that's where power struggles could come into place. So definitely watch out. You don't want to ruffle any feathers when it comes to the law. I was about to say rifle, so I don't know if some of you will be challenging like gun laws or something like that. That could be a possibility. But the 9th house could be seen as like HR, or if someone buys your book, like the publisher, or judges, lawyers. They could be seen as people in the 9th house, okay? But the power for you is, I feel, is more so in Pluto, okay? So the power between Pluto and Mars, at least I feel it's more so Pluto more holds the power. And so that's in your third house. So you may get support from your local community, people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis. Family, okay, that as well, because they are immediate family in Vedic astrology. That is third house, second house area. Okay. Venus Jupiter opposition that's happening on the 3rd of November. Same time this Mars Pluto opposition is happening. It's on your financial axis. You'll have Venus there in your second house, which it feels comfortable in, because Venus is the ruler of Taurus, and Taurus is, in the traditional astrological wheel, it's normally the second house. So Venus is comfortable in the second house. Maybe a bit too comfortable, because we do have Jupiter that is opposing it in the sign of Gemini. They're in your 8th house of shared resources. So second house is your resources, your assets, how you value yourself, things that you put in your mouth. I was gonna say one more thing. I hope it comes to me. There's one more thing that I want to say. And then the 8th house is other people's money, shared resources. It could be a bank, it could be your partner's money, it could be your business partner money, it could be taxes, it could be money that you get from a publisher, royalty income. Shout out to Lunatic Astrology for that terminology of the 8th house, chunky money house, as well as royalty income. All right, inheritances as well is there in that 8th house. Could the Mars Pluto position in your 3rd and 9th house be you going through some type of legal battle for an inheritance with the immediate family, or somebody, a niece or nephew or a sibling, aunt, cousin? Yeah, for some of you Scorpios, that could be a possibility. Okay, not everybody though. And so Jupiter is the more sensible one in this opposition. Jupiter is the one who has a wider view about long term. Okay, so it could potentially be that the other person is the one who has that wider view when it comes to long term. And whereas you, with Venus transit in your second house right now, Scorpio, you may just want to indulge a little bit, relax a little bit. It has been some challenging years for Scorpios, especially with Uranus there in your 7th house, creating a lot of instability in your partnerships, in one-to-one partnerships. And then we had, after the eclipses in your 1st house, 7th house axis, it went into the 12th and 6th house. And so you may have been experiencing a lot of burnout there. 6th house, new opportunities coming in, but with it much more work. And then in the 12th house, you're going through a lot mentally. Your sleep may have been messed up with the South Node there. Saturn is transiting your 5th house, where you should be having fun and enjoying leisure, but you can't, right? And there eventually will become the Venus Saturn square that happens to 2nd house, 5th house, where you want to enjoy yourself, but then responsibilities is there, probably from the child, probably from a business that you want to create, probably from a romantic partner who wants you to be sober-minded. So whereas Scorpios, we may want to escape and indulge a little bit. I say we because I am a Scorpio rising too, and I have a couple planets there in Scorpio. This is not designed for it, okay? I feel your pain. I feel your pain. And then as we continue on, we're going to have, I don't remember the exact date of this, but we will have, oh, yes, I do. It's going to be around November, 1 second, Mercury ingress, November the 2nd. So this is right after or right on the day of the new moon, okay? Exact, where it's going to be exact, where Mercury is, opposing Uranus. Uranus is in your 7th house, Mercury is in your 1st house. So again, what you might have to say, the information that you might have to give out, Mercury could represent status too. So a change in status for you, that could create some type of opposition from people represented in your 7th house. Now, people represented in your 7th house could be a committed partner. But if you don't have a committed partner, well, it could be a business partner. If you don't have a business partner, it could be an open enemy. It could be a client, all right, a customer of yours, a clients of yours, a fans. It could be someone that you have some type of contract with, because the 7th house does represent contracts too, where the way that they react to this information from you, or this this new status of yours, because I'm gonna get into what's coming up next too. It might not be as the most receptive, okay? It might not be. Moving on into November the 4th. Now, most of these that I'm talking about, they're literally the first the first 5 days of November. So November is gonna start off real hot, okay? November the 4th, we have Mars moving into the sign of Leo, into your 10th house. So now where Mars goes, that's where we experience a little bit of chaos, because change is there, and change isn't always easy, isn't always comfortable. We sometimes have to get out of our comfort zone and take a bit more action. Sometimes we have to cut things out, people out. Going back to that Venus-Jupiter opposition, you might have to cut out some type of addiction, something that you ingest, put in your mouth, however form you do so, or put into your body, because you're gonna be more forced to face some kind of trauma or wound or addiction. Okay, the opposition, like, it's taking up your money. Okay, so a simple way to do that is, if, let's say for example, you're someone who eats or drinks to cope, this is a time, especially with Saturn there in your 5th house, this is a time where you can't be doing that anymore. Okay, yes, so going back to Mars, moving into your 10th house, you might experience some friction with people in places of authority, or this could be a boss leaves, and then you either have to assume more responsibilities, or the new person who comes in, they change things up a bit. Okay, and Mars, of course, is going to go through a retrograde process in December. It's going to start retrograding from the 6th degree of Leo and then go back into the sign of Cancer. So if you have maybe your midheaven there between 6 and 0 degrees of Leo, or any planet there in your 10th house, this will greatly impact you for sure. Okay, and of course, if you have your ascendant between 0 to 6 degrees of Scorpio, this will square you, so that really creates a bit of discomfort there for you. Squares are the nature of Mars. They're not comfortable at all. They will demand some type of change for sure. All right. I just feel like new moon in your 1st house is saying things have to change. You have to become much more mature about the way you do things. Your mindset has to change, and as a result of that, other things around you have to reflect. So if that means that you need to cut off certain people, certain things in order to assume this newfound identity, then definitely that is what you have to do. I've been talking for 13 minutes. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the cards. My face is not going to be on it in the cards, so I will see you in the other half. Be blessed. Hey Scorpios, welcome to the other half of your reading. Real quick, if you enjoyed that first half, don't forget to like, share, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. I also have a sale going on until the end of November, a sale on love and career and finance, so do check the description box down below. If you don't understand much when it comes to astrology, in the description box there is a video on how to cast your natal chart and a little bit of tips on how to read it as well. Okay, one thing I did forget to mention in your reading is on November 20th, there will be Mars conjoining an asteroid called Volcanus. And that asteroid has to do with divisions. Okay, this is happening in your 10th house at 4 degrees. So remember I said there could be a boss that leaves and a new one comes in that they do things completely different. Definitely that could be what some of you all experience career wise. Okay, all right, so we're going to get a card for the new moon in Scorpio. New Moon in Scorpio for Scorpio Sun, Moon and Rising. Do watch your progressed and solar return. Sun, Moon and Rising too. This will be for the Venus Jupiter opposition. And this one is for the Mars Pluto opposition. Scorpios, you want to be careful while driving during this Mars Pluto opposition. This Pluto is at an adorant degree in your third house. Third house rules driving. Mars Pluto opposition, please. Okay. Alright. We have collaborative dreaming for the new moon in Scorpio. This card is about having the same end goal. Okay, you're gonna have to be working with other people who they have the same end goal as yours. However, they may not be the easiest to work with, and at the end of the day you have to remember that you're all working towards the same end goal. So trying to find a way to work around the differences. Okay, Venus Jupiter opposition, giving and receiving. I love to see that. Love to see this because the 8th house axis, 8th house, 2nd house axis, that is axis of giving and receiving, right? Your 2nd house, what you have, you give. The 8th house, what the other person has, they give, right? And then, you know, the position of the receiving. So we will clarify these more. Yeah, I saw this. I was going to say it's something to do with initiation. The Pluto Mars opposition, spiritual testing, initiation. I do feel that this is ushering for you all something new, especially since it's Pluto moving into your 4th house after that. But it has to do with first getting through a certain mindset shift, identity shift, okay, and even community shift for some of you all. I feel you're going to introduce something revolutionary that's at least to what is the norm around you in your community, with Pluto there in your 3rd house. And then Mars in your 9th house will mean, well, okay, certain things and people gotta go to match that shift, okay? So for collaborative dreaming, give me 2 cards for the new moon. And then we're going to do love, money, career, friendships, and good news. One good news that's coming in the month of November. Ooh, we got emotional abuse and dreams. Well, you have dreaming here twice. Which, you know, Mercury has been in your 1st house. And it will be still during this new moon. And that, for me, you are a sign of the underworld, so I feel Mercury in your 1st house does represent you getting some downloads and insights. Because emotional abuse is here, I want to say, though it is that you're supposed to be working to accomplish the same goal with a set of people, if you're dealing with anyone who manipulates, guilts you, stones walls you, anything like that, this is the time that you are to pull yourself away from it, because like I said, you're entering a newfound identity. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, changes. You are entering changes, and so those people are people you're gonna have to cut yourself away from. Let's talk about giving and receiving for the Venus Jupiter opposition. Oh, I mentioned this yesterday on the Leo's reading. So if you have Leo placements, look at the Leo's reading. But I mentioned that there's something in their reading that came up that made me think of the MAT, the universal laws of MAT, M-A-A-T, with the heart being as light as a feather because it's so pure. Okay. Some of you could be receiving something, especially with Saturn there in your 1st house. In your 5th house, and Saturn is going direct in the month of November. The 5th house is all about the good karma. So this could be a time when you do receive, but just be sensible with what it is that you're receiving, okay? Hard work. Aww. Hard work and the secrets and illusions. Okay. You have been conditioned to believe, and this may be with the second house when I said, remember, second house has to do with sense of self-worth. You may have been conditioned to believe that everything that you must receive, you must work hard for it. This is an illusion, one that must be shattered very fucking quickly. Sorry for my language there, but one that has to be shattered very quickly. Why? Because its basis is in a level of insecurity, okay? Maybe fearing someone will tell you if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have this, because you receive something from them, but that isn't the case. Relationships should be reciprocal, all forms of relationships. Okay, so this definitely could be something, yeah, fact check here. This is something that you really need to check yourself about, because that's not the way you should be. Okay, let's talk about initiation with a spiritual testing of Ra and Lady Isis. I think I'm going to read a little bit about this too for you all. Pluto, Mars opposition. And you know, Pluto and Mars shifting signs. Whenever those shift signs for you, Scorpio, it's major. Okay, it means a major change for you, because they're your ruler. It becomes the new energies that you have to embody for that time being, at least. And for some time it's going to be in Cancer, and then it's moving into Aquarius, where it's going to be for 20-something years. So things will be different for you. That's perhaps why this collaborative dreaming will coming into play, because Aquarius is a sign of the, you know, other people and thinking about others and humanitarianism and stuff like that. One more, please. Okay, they gave me 2. Distorted feminine, loss, expansion. And as I see these two, I'm hearing sometimes you have to lose to win again. We have healing at the bottom of this deck, and we have father wound. And that's exactly how a distorted feminine would come into place. Because a lot of times when we have not had the example of a divine masculine in our life through a healthy father to give and provide for us, we don't know how to receive. That's how we get in this distorted feminine energy. Right? So I really want you to think about how you're not allowing yourself to receive. This expansion there is, to me, represents Jupiter as well in your 8th house, and how you could use what others have to give you to build collaborative dreaming, to build what it is that you want for your life and what you want for the lives of others around you. Let me just read this initiation, because I feel it is important. When you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, Lady Isis with compassion and cleverness will protect you from burning, and instead enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the tests of intense growth as you thrive with new light. Yeah, there's something new, complete, that's coming in for you, and I do feel in that season you have to know how to receive. Okay, you can always just be given. This oracle is confirmation that you are not needlessly suffering. If you can find the light within the struggles, tests, or challenges that you face now, you will experience breakthrough. What? Healing. As an initiate, the oracle urges you to honor life as a gift and treat any challenge or pressure as a way for you to grow into a brighter and purer light capable of great spiritual service on this planet. Collaborative dreaming. Pluto moving into Aquarius. In fact, initiation for you now, dear one, is an opening to new levels of power and peace, self-position, and love. Wow, you're moving into a powerful time. you're expanding for sure. And there might be some things that you have to lose along the way. Maybe it's not even like physical things. It could be just like ideas and mindsets, okay? All right, the month of November, team in love for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. These cards feel a bit sticky. Career and finance theme in the month of November for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Friendships and the external environment around them. And a good thing that's happening for Scorpios in the month of November 2024. Page of Swords. In love. Expect a lot of communication. Expect a lot of intuitive downloads. Some of you will be receiving like physical information about things, gaining new insights. We will clarify. 10 of Cups we have in career and finance. I feel like you will be there is a period here of experiencing harmony. But I also feel that because we have loss here as well, I feel the cards will clarify, but there could be like someone is leaving who you felt like was like a member of the family, whether that be through work or like a member of your actual family. Okay, it's just coming to me, but we will see. Friendships, Queen of Pentacles. I feel you'll be admired and respected a lot by the people around you. People may come to you for guidance, seek guidance. This will be a time when you will see who's there for you, who has your back. Your self-love will be key at this time. Like I said, I feel people are looking to you. That initiation of you being more powerful, I feel does come as well with a bit of responsibility for the people around you. I'm going to leave this for last. Let's clarify these. Page of Swords, please. 3 cards on the Page of Swords in love. What's the significance of this information in love for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? You see? Ooh. I was going to show you that 8 of Wands. Where is it? I saw it. 8 of Wands wanted to show, but we have all these cards here now. You know, Mercury is going to move into the sign of Sagittarius, which is your 2nd house. To me, sometimes that could be you receiving words of affirmation, like reassurances, unprompted, or even gifts. I feel we still have Venus there too in your 2nd house. It is a time of experiencing a bit of luxury. Luxury could come through others if you allow it. Tell me more. In love, please, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising with a Page of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles here. We have the High Priestess here. High Priestess along with the Page of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles is giving me an energy of something hidden coming to light. Something that was hidden away from you with the 4 of Pentacles. Something someone held in. We even have the Hierophant here at the bottom of the deck. Now, normally the High Priestess and the Hierophant is like a spiritual couple. So perhaps this could be someone that you have some type of soul contract with. They could be unburdening themselves somehow. Or maybe a marriage for some of you all. When you're in a marriage with, if it's in love or a long-term committed relationship. Tell me more about the 4 of Pentacles and the High Priestess, please. 3 of Wands, High Priestess. Someone could be growing weary of their patience. That was causing them to keep something in here with this 3 of Wands. We have the 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands leads to the 4 of Wands here. But interestingly enough, we have the 8 of Cups here with the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom and the Fool. I feel the Four of Wands confirms here that whatever is being revealed or spoken of, it is in regards to some type of established partnership or someone that you have some type of contract with, soul contract. But there's Three of Wands. I need one more, and there's Three of Wands. Because I feel it's someone, you know, they've run out of patience of holding something in, but whether that's good or bad, I'm not picking up on that. One more, the Three of Wands. The Nine of Wands. This is a bit of shame here. Someone was wearing a mask. What's the outcome of this entire situation in love for the month of November, please? And there's a lot of wands here, and then that kind of indicates something fast moving. What is the outcome here, please? In love. The Six of Swords. This is either a calmer period in love between you and someone else, or someone moving on. My apologies for my son in the background. This is either a calmer period in love, and I feel because I'm reading for so many different people, that's why they're not being clear, because it's going to be different for each of you. Remember, when that new moon happens, Scorpio will be at its anniversary degree at 29 degrees. So I don't know if this is you speaking up on something that you've been tired of speaking about, and then the reaction from the other person is, okay, let's take this to a calmer period, or it's, okay, I'm gonna move, like literally physically move or move on. Let me look for the Five of Swords quick, because the Five of Swords does come before the Six of Swords. So that could represent whatever challenge there was. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands and the Four of Swords. So interesting. Six of Swords, Five of Swords, Four of Swords. So it could go one of two ways: erratic behavior with this Knight of Wands, or healing, isolating to heal a bit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a love reading for you all in the actual month of November, so maybe you could get more by then if it doesn't already play out by then for you. Career and finance with the Ten of Cups, please. 2 cards. The Two of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Mountain deck, the Moon, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, and then the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so somebody in this connection, I feel this does have to do with either a romantic partnership, a business partnership, or even if it's at your work and it's the person that you work with every day, right? Like a direct co-worker in your department or something. One of you is leveling up, and it's going to bring out a bit of insecurity in the other person. Tell me more about this partnership. Some of you may choose to go into business with an ex. That is so weird, but I'm getting that for some of you all. You're going to choose to go into business with an ex. That's wow. Death card, your energy, Scorpio. Yeah, and then the Tower here. I do feel there's a major change that is happening for one person, and then that shifts the foundation for most of you. That shifts the foundation where it might bring up a little bit of insecurities and jealousies. Page of Cups, you know, feeling less than. Six of Wands, the ego getting a bit inflated, and the Five of Pentacles, the insecurity there. So for the ones who are going in business with an ex or a partner, tell me about that outcome of that, Spirit. The Ten of Wands here, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Star card. It seems it's going to bring a bit of relief here. That's odd, but I am getting that. So maybe that person giving you something, like going into business with you, or you giving them something, creates some type of relief for you. Because the only reason I'm saying that is because I also see the Star card here. Okay, let me just get one more to confirm. Yeah, look, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. this is someone I feel giving you a new brick, or you giving them some type of brick. And that could be the Jupiter in the 8th house that brings forth the shared resources from the other person and allowing yourself to receive. 3 of Cups, yeah, it's going to be good. It's Sun card, happiest card in deck. It's gonna help you out somehow for some of you. Okay, wow. Well, there are some of you, if this is not your case, then I don't know where this came from. Oh, I know now. Where you have to watch for someone's jealousy as you level up. Okay, friendship and your external environment with the Queen of Pentacles. See what's happening here. 2 cards. Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. The 7 of Wands. For some of you, your external environment, it could even be your friends. There's going to be a bit of defensive nature here. The 6 of Wands comes before the 7 of Wands. 6 of Wands is the victory. You're receiving some type of accolades or acknowledgement, right? And I feel that's what the Queen of Pentacles is. The Knight of Pentacles could be seen as the one that goes and gives stuff to the Queen of Pentacles, and they could have a little bit of defensive nature there. Let's clarify why 7 of Wands is here, please. Oh, this is gonna be a long video. Ooh. I'm seeing discord. I saw the 5 of Wands with the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups could represent friends or people that you've known from the past. Ace of Wands. Yeah, to whom much is given, much is required here. So there is a new opportunity that is coming your way. Ooh, Knight of Cups, the Devil, and the Emperor with the Ace of Swords. Watch out for people like... I always laugh when I see this thing online that says, well, like, that they're better as a concept rather than for people to try to get to know them. Kind of feel this because I feel like people will come, they'll give you praises, and then because of who you are in this Queen of Pentacles energy, whether it means you assume a powerful role embodying Capricorn energy or not, then their inner demons comes out, and then you have to try to get that under control for them. Okay, the truth of them and who they are, how they want to control you, that comes out then. So your good news is we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. So it could be when Mars moves into Leo, that's when your good news unfolds this month. But what will it be about? I do feel because she is riding on a lion, it is you being placed on a certain level of certain pedestal. 6 of Pentacles. I know I was going to say 6 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. If you're having money blockages, whatever this Strength card energy is, it changes that for you. I feel it opens the road for you. Some of you might need some opening work here. Yeah, look. Magician, 9 of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. I do feel whatever this is, whatever it is that you receive here, it translates to you, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. It translates to you having a bit more financial flow. Tell me more. 6 of Pentacles. Page of Swords again. And it's gonna put you on a little microscope, whatever this is. People are gonna be watching every single thing that you do. 2 of Swords and the Temperance card here. But you're protected. The good news is you assume some level of power when Mars moves into your penthouse. That's gonna put you on a bit of a microscope, but you are protected. You're gonna be worried yourself. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles again. King of Pentacles as well. There's going to be some worry that some of you might face, you know, whether you're male or female in gender, assuming this new level of power. Even if it's you going into business with an ex, and then, I don't know, maybe you oversee their employees or their families critical of you, or their friends are critical of you, something like that. Just know that you're protected through it. So don't get in your head a bit much. Let me just look at the bottom of these decks. We have Ancient Power Mysteries here, the Rattle of Isis Plane. I think Leo got this card. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it though. No, they didn't. Nah, it wasn't this card. That was another reading for somebody else. We have self-sabotage, so you want to be careful about that. This, especially since this is the Venus-Jupiter opposition deck, you're going to be receiving things. Don't let the self-sabotage in nature renew. That's why I said, you know, when you eat too much or drink too much or whatever you ingest or do with your money, creep up and kind of messes up this opportunity you're being given here. And we have conscious connections. Yeah, this had to do with the new moon in Scorpio deck that had the collaborative training. So people will be important for you this next go round. However, I do feel that there will be some like-minded people that you come across. Going back to this one here for the Pluto Mars opposition, here the Rattle of Isis Plane. This is you kind of being in tune to your intuition when you're going through that spiritual testing, right? When you're going through this right here. Okay. All right. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and remember, personal readings are available, so check the description box down below. And until next time, be blessed.